And we are live. Hello, this is the Booktube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. And I am doing a get ready with me where I put on makeup to get ready for filming videos today. And I am, as usual, rushing to start this live stream. But oh, goody, so glad some people are here. We have Britta. You have another birthday dinner, so you won't be able to come. Well, thank you for checking in. Thank you so much. Not feeling, oh, everyone's missing my live stream. That's fine. That is fine. You take care of yourself. And we have Lynette. And Lynette, I'm so glad you're here. But I really appreciate you guys that check in to say that, to let me know what's up. So, today, I thought I put this. Yes, new wig today. So we are. Did this come up? Yeah. So later today, we'll see a new wig. You saw that wild white one from yesterday, or last week, and this one's lace front. I didn't. I cut the lace and I didn't have the greatest scissors, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, and Fit to be Read is here. Thank you for coming. And thank you for tagging me on that Around the World in 80 Days video. I'm probably not going to, well, I know I'm not going to film it today because you just dropped it yesterday, and that's going to take some time to sort of figure out the answers. And I don't know if I can film it next week, but it'll be up in November. I'm just so you know, I'm not that quick with tags, but I always do them. Is my volume low? I don't know. Let me check. Is this better? I'm not quite sure how to check how to up my volume. Oh, wait a minute. Is that better? Maybe I had the volume off. So, okay. Yeah, I see the little volume bar going now. So hopefully that's better. Okay, good. Make it fun. Okay, that'd be great. Any help at all. And if no one has seen the Fits Around the World in 80 Days, it's a pretty interesting tag. I haven't seen one like that before. Okay, so what was I going to do? I think I was going to do yellows and, not yellows, but oranges and reds today. So let's break out my Charlie and the Chocolate Factory makeup. Okay, let's just go for it. So I finished. I always forget when I talk about these books, but I finished the Inheritance of Orchidea Davidia, and yeah, I think I talked about it last week. I gave it 5 stars. It's really an excellent book. And I did that video on the Iron Widow, of the author, like the author reaction, because I never heard of the author. So I decided to go ahead and get the book. So I read Iron Widow. Which I have to say I liked it a lot. It's a young adult science fiction, and it's heavily influenced by Pacific Rim. That the tagline is Pacific Rim meets Handmaid's Tale, but the Pacific Rim, that sort of huge mech that you climb in, I mean, that's been around since BattleTech and Voltron, and it's I guess it started in Asia. Is it a genre? I don't know, but it's been around for a while. But I guess it got repopularized in Pacific Rim, and she's, I think, bringing in a lot of Chinese culture and history. But she had this weird introduction, and I'm not sure why because I haven't seen it in other science fiction books or fantasy or speculative fiction, where she was almost not apologizing, but she was kind of explaining this is speculative fiction. This isn't a alternate reality. That it's not historically accurate. And I'm like, well, I'm a speculative fiction reader. I really don't need to be told that. I think I can figure it out for myself. But it made me wonder if anything is going on in the community that one needs to point out that being inspired by a historical event or whatever does not mean you're trying to be accurate. Anyway, I gave the book 4 stars. It was an easy read. Um, I think it's a very strong debut novel. Um, I will say for me, it did seem to make some sudden shifts in like the characters' emotions or motivations. Um, it just seemed to be sudden, and you see that a lot in debut works. And oh, I don't know what I'm saying. There are some parts that were jarring. I mean, it's what made it for me not a 5 star book. There definitely was flaws, but I enjoyed it. Okay, sorry. Let's catch up. Yeah, it's a thinker. That one's a thinker. The only books I've read set in North Korea are the Inspector. Oh, I haven't even read those. Iron Widow is definitely China inspired. Oh, you finished Piranesi, and I've gone from May to May plus. Oh dear. Well, I enjoyed Piranesi. I thought it was an interesting story, an interesting read. But like I said in my review, I don't think it's something I'd want to read again. I'm glad I read it. Yeah, I can understand why people don't like it. I mean, it's definitely not a traditionally structured book, that's for sure. Um, anyway, Iron Widow definitely gets my blessing. The ending was actually surprisingly was a surprise. That's what I should say. And it was unexpected, which I really appreciated. And I'm sure it's going to get a lot of comparisons to Poppy Wars simply because they're both. Well, hers is science fiction, not fantasy, but uh, Asian inspired. Is yellow showing up on camera? Probably when I do a green screen, it's totally going to go away. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing this red look. Because I'm now thinking of my wig and I'm like, is this going to go? This week was the 230th anniversary of the arrival of your first ancestor. Congratulations, arriving in Australia. That's great. Was he part of the penal immigration or penal colony? 3 years after the first settlement. I wish I knew more about Australian history. It's, at least when I was growing up in the United States, it wasn't really covered much. Mm. Okay, let's get some red. About the Third Fleet. For myself, I am reading I decided I wanted to do at least one horror novel this for October. And I didn't want to do a young adult horror. So I was looking around and I picked up the last winner of the Edgar Allan Poe Award, maybe one of those awards. And it's it's called The Only Good Indians. And it's a horror novel. I just started it and it's kind of difficult for me to get into. It's written by an indigenous American who you never know what's politically correct these days because he calls him in the book, he definitely uses the word Indian. And I know it used to be Native American, now it's Indigenous American. But anyway, it's about the author is a Blackfeet in the Blackfeet tribe, and so is the characters in the novel. So, and it's contemporary. So I'm just getting into it, but it's definitely hard for me because he's using some slang that is pretty regional, I think, or cultural, and I'm slowly getting into it. But it's about these men who hunted, indigenous men who hunted on a reservation, and something weird happened with elk, and now they're being haunted by elk. We'll see how that one goes. Has anyone read it, by the way? Oh, Babel 7. That one, that's a really good one. That was written in like the early 60s. But it's not as far out as like Dahlgren. It's one of his more traditional science fiction novels. Yeah, I actually don't. The other Delaney book that I talk about is Dahlgren, which I I don't actually recommend people read because it's. I mean, unless you really want to, but it's. I enjoyed it a lot, but it's almost like an experimental novel. It almost doesn't have a plot. It's one of those like slice of life stories. Oh, let's just go all the way around. Haunted by elk. Yeah, I'm only like a couple chapters in, so I don't want to explain the plot too much, but it was definitely. I mean, the first chapter, this man is these these elk mysteriously appear in the parking lot and um, kind of attack him. But since there's a lot of dealing with racism amongst indigenous Americans, and it's a parking lot of a bar, and these elk or ghost elk, I don't know if they're ghosts or not, but these elk appear while he's peeing in the parking lot and start trashing cars. And when the white patrons come out of the bar, they think the indigenous person was the one that trashed their cars and trashed that man. I mean, the title of the book is "The Only Good Indian," um, which I'm sure uh, the is a reference to the second half is a dead Indian. So we're definitely dealing with some dark topics. Well, I'm curious if anyone else has read it because I guess I'm just not up on new horror authors these days. Because when I think about it, I am pretty basic. It's Stephen King and Clive Barker are my favorite horror authors. Clive Barker of those two is my favorite, and the ones I have other horror novels I've read, like I've read Lumley, and I'm trying to think of contemporary ones. Of course, I read Lovecraft and Poe for school and stuff. Um, John Saul, is that the author? I'm definitely not up on like the more recent ones like this. Okay, these just aren't blending. Oh, you're reading it. Yeah, that's the one I'm reading. Yeah, it hasn't. Like I said, I'm only like 3 chapters in, and I'm having a hard time getting into it myself. Um, but we'll see. It sounded great. That's not the reason why I got it. Honestly, the only reason why I got it is because I wanted a horror novel, and I saw it won the horror award. Yeah, but spoiler, I don't think we're going to see Rick again. That's not really a spoiler, by the way. Has anyone read anything by Edward Lauren? He's a booktuber, author tube. Well, he's really a booktuber. He doesn't really have content about being an author. But I haven't picked up anything by him. One of the reasons being is since I do interact with him on social media, I just would feel really weird doing a review. Something that he's written, especially what if I don't like it? Yeah, that's my big fear. He's also indie published. Actually, I think it's both indie and traditional. Okay, it's definitely a fire look, isn't it? Get out of the sun. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this crease. You have a novella on your TBR by Edward Lauren. I think it's called Fog Warning or something. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I haven't had very good luck finding indie authors. I mean, finding books that I've liked. And I don't know if it's I'm too picky or I just have bad luck or I really, I guess I do appreciate the vetting and the process that traditionally published authors go through. I don't know. I definitely like the idea of authors having more control over their work and getting paid more reasonable, I think, percentages in at least ebooks. Oh, there is a publishing house that's a author co-op that I find very interesting. Let me look it up because you guys should look it up too because it's kind of interesting. Because one of the founders was Ursula K. Le Guin. How do I find it? Um, what I'm doing is I'm looking up one of the authors I know is in there, Sherwood Smith, who's who's really good author too, fantasy author. And Oh, I'm going down a rabbit hole. Okay, that didn't work. What? Oh, publishing. Oh, this is driving me crazy. I can't figure it out. Is anyone having any luck? Yeah, I'm sure that happens. I don't think I've read enough indie books to be lucky enough to find it. Oh, it's just you and me, Lynette. Anyway, this publishing house. Um, oh, Lori's here. I forget Lori. It has to be, to get invited in, you have to be like a published author or have a body of work behind you, and it's a co-op. So everyone in this co-op helps everyone else out. Like the authors help edit each other's work, but they also help do like uh, print layout design, um, things like that. It's really interesting. I think they only do ebooks. I don't think they have really branched out much into paper books. Great art, yep. And co-ops. And like I said, this isn't just like any indie author that wants to publish. It was founded, one of the founders was Ursula K. Le Guin, I believe. And and most of the authors have had something that's sort of well known. It's actually a good booktube video. I should do a video on it. Okay. You know what I haven't done this? I haven't really done and I don't think I'm going to be doing a Halloween look. Other than not, all my looks can be Halloween looks, but I mean not like a scary look. Oh man, I'm messing this up. Okay. Okay. We are in lockdown in Tasmania, so I might get more books to read. Aren't you the one with the endless TBR? Do you really need more books? Oh, I don't know about this eye look. I just messed up this side. Oh man. Okay, let's try to fix it. Okay. It is only meant to be for a few days while they try to trace the contacts of a guy who arrived without a pass and then he escaped from. Whoa! He escaped from quarantine. Gosh, that sounds like a thriller novel. The world we live in. Okay. So what I want. Well, this is supposed to be a lighter orange. Here. He's refusing to cooperate. Tell the police where he has been. That is crazy. Okay, let me go back in. Okay. Utter stupidity on his part. 158 contacts found so far. Why do these people have such busy lives? Really? Yeah. For me, it would be one person. Well, no, three people. Um, Yeah, my problems with some of these yellows and oranges is I don't know. Well, the yellows, I don't know how the green screen's going to react to it. Oh, we have someone else. Kayla, thank you for coming. Yikes. Okay, so I think I am going to put some glitter on. I'm really getting addicted to putting on glitter. But it covers up a lot of sins. And I haven't heard anyone complain that I use too much glitter, so. um, One of the reasons why I got a late start is I was watching Alexa Dunn premiered a video about authors, like making friends with other authors, that type of thing. But it ended up being a super long video. Making a mess. Okay. This is it's fiery glitter. Okay. I hope it's showing on screen. It looks really kind of cool in real life. Okay, live. I just said I've finished reading The Iron Widow, gave it 4 stars, and I'm currently reading the Only Good Indians contemporary horror. Once you go down the glitter trail, you never come back. So true. I think I'll start Horror Store. I haven't heard of that. I'm not doing much reading. Packing, yuck. Picked up your keys. Oh, you're have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was told the printed version is better. Being on Twitter and seeing which authors are friends and which ones have public arguments is kind of funny. Like I said, I'm really not big on Twitter. Um, on Tuesday, I ordered a book about convict tattoos for your aunts. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. What was I going to say? Oh, there is a thriller. It might be a young adult thriller, but it was on Bookish Realm. Ashley from Bookish Realm was talking about it, and according to her, in the library system, you cannot keep it as an audiobook because so many people want to listen to it. And there's supposed to be like sound effects and really good voice acting. Um, what's it called? Like all the oh, my memory. Anyway, I looked it up on Amazon just to get the like 30-second clip. And yeah, it sounds like a really good audiobook. If you like sort of thrillers or what do you call it? Or mysteries.
What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the name of the book is. Oh, and she didn't put it down in her description. Of course, of course. I think it was in her last wrap-up video. Oh, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That was it. So if you're looking for an audiobook, that seems like an interesting and if you like high quality audiobooks with like different voice actors and special effects and whatnot, which makes it sound like one of those old radio plays. And you like thrillers, check out A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Okay. So now let's go to gel liner. Sorry, it's a little quiet today. Some of the usual people haven't been able to show up, and I'm, of course, get quiet at certain points in my makeup. Especially when it comes to adding the black. Actually, I'm not really sure what I'm going to film today. Maybe I'll do another unboxing video. Okay, let's switch to larger brush. It's a bit like Star Trek underwater. There are voyages of the sea view. Oops, what are we talking about? Oh, voyages to the bottom of the sea. I did not realize there's so many aliens hiding under the sea. Star Trek under the sea. Well, you know, I'm like looking at Star Trek authors, and I think some of them have written for both those shows. Hmm. I'm just trying to marry or blend the the black and the orange. I guess this is like a Halloween look, black and orange. I think I am going to bring a black line at the top. Plan to read the Aristotle and I like that book. I'm going back up because I missed some stuff. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with social media. I seem to miss out on booktube drama, and I don't like Twitter. Yeah, a lot of it happens on Twitter. Oh, I love both those books. Hope you enjoyed Kindred. Convict Tattoos. Also did Land of the Giants. Okay. I think we talked about before that I'll definitely seen Time Terminal and Land of the Giants. Just I didn't like Time Tunnel that much. I think even as a kid, I was never big on time travel stories. Although there's some I like. Man, these eyes do not match at all. And once again, I went a little heavy on the black. Story of my life. See if I can smudge it out a little. Is everyone excited about June? It's not already out, is it? Is it out? You've ever landed the Giants? I am excited about June. Also excited about the Wheel of Time series coming out. Okay, what do you think of these eyes? The black just overtook it, but that's my MO, I think. Oh, well, my finger dude's here. Yay. Well, if you can stay a little longer, you'll see my new wig. You won't have access to Dune? Refuses to get the internet. Where are people watching Dune? Okay, here it says it's released October 21st. Is that right? Release date October 22nd, but you can see the premiere on the 21st. So, I definitely want to see it. I'm a little old to go to premieres because they're usually a little bit hectic. And who knows what it's like with COVID, but I think I would like to see it on the big screen. Wilma, are you excited about Dune or my wig? Okay, let me apply this blush. I really screwed up these eyebrows. There's the brush I used for eyebrows. Well, like I've said before, eyebrows and lips are the hardest part for me for drag. And I don't know why lips, because it seems like that should be the easiest thing. But they often go wonky. Okay, let me just check these eyebrows out. Okay. And I think, yeah. Oh boy, what a journey this one is. And what's in the wigs? Is it in theater? The 21st is what I have. Well, it's not for you then. Don't see Dune if you weren't into the book. Well, maybe. Some people like movies more than books. Oh, that's too bad. Too painful to sit through long movies. I don't have HBO Max, and I really don't want. Oh, is it showing on HBO Max? Because I actually have HBO Max. Because I just got rid of Disney and Paramount Plus and switched to HBO Max, which I'll do for a few months. And then I'll switch to something else, you know. Okay, enough prevaricating. I don't know if you're still here, Wilma. I have trouble using highlighters. I've tried using it And it just really increases my skin texture. But I always see queens using it, and I have. See, I don't even see it. But then when the camera comes on, or I do green screen, I don't see anything. Okay, anyway, let's just move on to eyebrows. People in Europe who have seen it already have said, already giving it good reviews. That's good. And the sequel is confirmed. Oh, don't you hate it when you're like really looking forward to something and you don't care if the movie is bad or not. You just want to see the sequels, and they don't make the sequel. Or series you really like, and they don't pick up. I think I mentioned before one of my favorite series was on HBO called Carnival, which I just thought was brilliant. And I think it went on for 2 seasons, but they left it on a cliffhanger, of course, and didn't pick it up for a new season. Okay, we're going to put on some eyelashes. Oh, Wilma has a fantastic tutorial for Halloween eyelashes. I had the patience for that. I'm just so, as you can tell by my makeup, I'm just not very talented when it comes to artistic stuff that requires hand-eye coordination. Wigs by Vanity Trick by putting some glue on the eyelids. Oh, I don't know if this is the best way to put on duo, but we're doing it. We're doing it. I do see Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't know what I think about the Targaryens. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I don't know if I trust any material that isn't written by George R.R. Martin. Like the ending of Game of Thrones was done before Martin wrote the books, and I think it suffered for that. But it's not patience, it's being single and not having pets to take care of. Oh, Wilma. The Targaryens are the family I am least interested in. Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. Who are the flower people? The Martells? Martells? Duncan Egg series. one thing about duos, they just take so long to dry. But since I'm in Las Vegas in the desert, things is so dry here that things dry a lot faster, I've found, than when I lived in California. Okay, I'm impatient. Let's see if these things will stick. Okay. One thing I miss since I've stopped painting my entire lid black is the ability to like place your eyebrow, your eyelashes way far um, above your natural lash line. But I do like how it opens up your eyes when you don't do that. So, okay, anyway, moving on to lips. Moving on to lips. Using a little flash palette to start it. Okay. Maybe I'll just do glitter lips today too. Just glitter everything up. Okay. Egg was a Targaryen, but it was Duncan who I love. I'd rather George bring out a new Duncan Egg book rather than, what's that say? I mean, did I really like books 4 and 5? See, I liked it. I will continue to read that series when it comes out. That's the thing with epic fantasy. It can just take. It seems like every year they just seem to be getting bigger and bigger. Like the Malazan series, my God. And I didn't like the Malazan series. I mean, let me rephrase. I really loved the first 3 books of that series, and then it just got to be too much for me. And I like long series. Because I like back in the day when trilogies seemed to be like the standard rather than these huge series. Okay, we're gonna go with glitter. You have this fine red glitter that really looks good on lips. I always get compliments. But I also do this a lot when I am not feeling confident in my look. It's like, I'll just cover it in glitter. Right. There. One thing about glitter lips is you don't have to worry as much about getting lipstick on your teeth. Okay. Whew. I think that George has far too many endings to resolve in just 2 books. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of that too. Starting a new series because I'm nervous the author won't complete them yet. Glitter Lips was your drag queen name in high school. Okay. So, are you ready for the wig reveal? Dun, 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 dun. Oops. I should have Jaws. Isn't this gorgeous? Ooh. So I believe the inspiration on this was Dave Edna, which I think is quite obvious when you see the wig. Okay. Oh boy. I'm hoping I won't really have to glue down the lace front to make this work, because I hate doing that. Hate doing that. And this is another wig by Friston. Gasp. Is this a great color? I like this sort of lilac color. Oh, Britta's back just in time for the wig. Can I move this down a little? So yes, this is my latest wig creation. I really like how it's styled in the flip. And yeah, it's so Dame Edna inspired. What I was afraid is, since there's no like bangs on this side, if my bangs would, but anyway, works out. Well, Wilma, if you get your approval, then I am more than happy. So let me stick on some earrings and some gloves, and then we'll call it quits. I have glitter all over the place today. Oh boy. Okay, my book darlings, we are here. This is the final look. We have sort of a red and black orangey thing going on here. We have this great new wig, and we have glitter lips. Oh, thank you for making it to the finale. Yes, and I think that's it. I think we're done here, and I hope to film some videos today. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's not going to be a well thought out video. It's probably just going to be a reaction or unboxing, one of those. But anyway, thank you again for coming. Hope you're here next week. And as always, may all the books you read be blessed.